We in the humanitarian sector, we are very much geared towards, results. And it has its benefit. I don't want to diminish that because people in need, we help them quickly. That's how we are trained to do. But if you look at your current chapter right now, what is there instead of PACE? How did you deal with this?
In that sense, I feel still very much in transition. I acknowledge that I need to take more time. I'm lucky that I'm now working still in the water sector, but for a utility company that does a lot of research in terms of how to clean surface water. And what is interesting is that my department is not focusing on scaling up or construction, but like finding new solutions for problems that we're facing now due to additional pollution, climate change, and so forth. So it's really looking into focusing, zooming into impacts, but not in terms of how many people I can reach, but impact in terms of how water can be better treated, not knowing what the exact dose is, not knowing beforehand what it should look like. So in a way, it's not the commercial side of the business, which I like because it gives you the understanding that you can try things. You don't need to succeed immediately. You can focus on something and then think like, okay, I tried. Actually, let's do it differently. And in the humanitarian sector, we hardly had any time to readjust or to reevaluate or to rethink. Was this the best approach? Was this the best structure we could offer? Should we have asked more the beneficiaries what was their suggestion? Did we take that into consideration? Did I take enough time to understand what the problem really was? Or did we just do that at one point and then we were seeking for funding, and then there were proposals, and there was an implementation or execution phase of the project? And I'm now questioning myself and how I approach work. In terms of deliverables, in terms of pressure that I put on myself, in terms of a pressure that I put on others, in order to seek for results that were nearly impossible. So trying to bend the rules everywhere I could in order to achieve things. I think at the moment I'm more looking into, okay, what is it actually that I would like to do? What is it that makes me happy in my job? Is it that the team functions well? If it's that the results are there? Is it a combination? I do still like in a very environment where there is a lot of chemical engineers, process engineers, to see where the human side is. And I think this is something we learn from the humanitarian sector. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone is affected or has a benefit from you proposing something. So I think that is what I bring to the table. That is what I hear, that we take a keen interest on what's going on. Not just execution, but really checking in, like, how are people feeling? What can we do to support? And now that I have more time to explore that side, it's actually helping me to understand the process better, to understand what can go wrong, the challenges, but also the solutions, that you can find them together jointly. And I think that's very valuable. So there are things that we used, but now I can use them again and in a different way, I would say. And that's really helping me currently at my job. Some things are too technical, but since I approach it with curiosity, with enthusiasm, and I ask questions and I try to figure things out and to improve things process-wise, what Eva was been telling before, that sometimes in the private sector, they are looking at us like, how can you be so organized? How do you have all these timesheets? Well, of course we did. Of course we needed to follow something. So this is what I try to bring, like order in some sort of chaos, where I had before a thought like the private sector would work differently. So yeah, slowly I can see more and more what we bring and what added value and the human side of things, and also checking in with yourself. Do I feel comfortable working here? Is this where I want to spend my time? Like Eva was telling as well, it's like you're very conscious of what you want to do. You're not saying yes to everything, and that's very important, I think.
I wanted to resonate with both 𝗬𝗂 and 𝗂𝗏 in one piece that is not about pace or is not about just results, but I think a lot of the shift it's about intention. It's bringing intention to what we're doing in a very different way than just trying to check all of the boxes and do everything because we had to do everything. At least is the way that I'm feeling. And hearing you both is like, oh, there is that intention. Like Eva being able to say no to a client that is not aligned. It's like, I'm not also saying no to things that I'm like, no, they don't align in intention, and not feeling the rush to say I need to say yes to anything because there is I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. It's a complete different way of approaching things.
I just wanted to add that it's not an easy thing.
No.
But I have everything like super clear, and I say easily no. I have had my yes to things that then I learned that I should have said no. So I have been learning lessons on the process. So because we were talking before as well, as be gentle with the process and be gentle with yourself. Otherwise I will be punishing myself because I didn't do it right. I don't have everything. I don't have everything super fixed and clear, I must say. But
it's good that you remind us of that, Eva. Like there's no intention in this roundtable to come with a solution, but it's the intention is really to acknowledge the complexity.
But it's also, if I may say, also time needed, because all of you talked, you all, like you said this morning, you had 6 years, 2 years, some time to define that intention, because it's not clear. Okay, I drop this and I move to the next chapter. We said this morning, you need to sit down and think about it. Maybe even after you took your decision, where do I want to go? Which road do you want to take? Which you are in intersection, so where do I want to do? And maybe you take the wrong road and you go back, so it's like Google Map. You think it's going to take you to the final point, but you're going to take so many lanes and wrong directions that maybe it's part of the process again. And yeah, and I think that's the beauty, the challenges that allow us to define our intentions.